Probably the beef stroganoff. It never agrees with her. Yes?
Webster.
Miss Webster.
Is everything all right?
Everything's fine.
Is there anything I can do?
No, nothing that can't be cured with a little bicarb. Sorry we shook the rafters.
Good night, Miss Webster.
Good night. I must say, Bee, you're in good voice tonight.
Katie.
It's all right, Cord. I was having a dream, Katie. I was dreaming about the Grand Prix. Every detail, just as vividly as though it were already Sunday. Your father's car and Amadeo's. They were leading the field. But then in the far turn, he flipped over. And he caught on fire. He caught fire.
Dad or Amadeo?
Your father's not going to race Sunday.
Oh?
Katie, I don't care how much it means to either of you. I won't see him killed.
Bee, honey, it's a dream. What does it mean? If I'd stayed off the track every time I'd had a premonition. Tell her about that beaut I had the night before the grind in France.
You tell her. She's your problem.
Honey, I have a lot of living to do yet. Especially now I found you. You dream all you want, honey. Only good dreams. I'm gonna win Sunday. You'll see.
Coronado in a Maserati.
Stuff's really got you going, hasn't it?
Every cat's got his hustle.
Oh?
I don't know. It's a big decision.
Yeah?
You ever hear of the running llamas of Tibet?
Nope.
They spend their whole lives just running.
Yeah, where?
Nowhere. They just love to run. It could be that's me. Just once I'd like to hold her down. Let her reach out.
Big problem. Big frustration.
All right.
You know, I always wanted to play polo. You know, with the helmets and those great horses and the mallets. But on the streets of New York, I never learned to ride that well. Besides, my croquet stinks. So we're all frustrated. Every once in a while, my left eyelid, it twitches a little bit. But now looking at me, I mean, just the way I am, could you tell that I'm wounded inside because I never had my own polo pony? No, guess you couldn't.
You know, it could mean $1,500. That's first prize in the production event.
Well, that's one side of it. It could also mean that you could wrap it into the grandstand.
If that's the case, I wouldn't be here to worry.
Now, that's being selfish. I'd have to start hitchhiking.
I don't know. Maybe I can't even qualify.
Look, you got it in your system? Get it out in the open. Move with it. Get around that track a couple of times. See where it takes you.
Yeah? Yeah.
Well, that should do it. You know, she's got a lovely underside. Thank you. How does it look now, Jeff?
Katie, I don't know what I'd do without you.
Morning.
Hi, baby.
On time for lunch?
We've just been waiting for you.
Well, thank you very much. You know, Katie, I've been thinking if I ever go back in the fashion business, I'm going to market Axel Breeze. It does marvels for your complexion.
Is it that bad?
Oh, it's lovely, really.
Bee? I'm sorry I was so sarcastic last night. I wanted to cut my tongue out afterwards. But Daddy and I, well, we always get a little edgy before a race. Forgive me.
You know I do.
Well, I'll go get some cold drinks. Be right back.
I'll go with you, Daddy.
Morning, babe.
Good morning, Jeff.
Hand me those plugs, will you?
What's this cold plug you're always bragging about?
Refers to the operational heat range. These plugs are all right for normal driving, but under race conditions, they might start pre-ignition.
Oh, thanks. Well,
Hey, where you going? Aren't you going to hang around and watch your old buddy break the track record?
I'll be around. But you know, I gotta find some action too. I got that restless feeling. Things are moving around here, so I guess I'll just move with them.
Hey.
You ready, Stiles?
Yeah,
Your entry form says you raced.
in the East. Dad and I used to. Guess it got in my blood.
Showroom?
Yeah. I had the engine balanced. When I bought it, I put in those plugs you lent me. Otherwise, it's right off the floor.
Okay. Now watch that turn 8. Just when you think you're through, it starts tightening up again. Whenever.
All right, now grab this one, guys. Keep a nice spot, honey. Grab it. Good. Okay, now let's see. Let's try one on the hood, honey. Get up there. That's it. All right, now let's see it for the cameras. That's it. Okay, now, listen, I want to... Wait, hold it, fellas. Hold it. Wait, hold it, honey. Fella, please. Some guys. Okay, now, honey, let's give it a nice big wave. Not every big wave to everybody. That's it.
Oh.
Oh, this is gonna be a beauty. Now, no, honey, we're not finished yet. Fella, can't you pick up later? We got deadlines. Forgive me, fella, but with this kid, it's the only thing that works.
On account of so many fellas whistle at me.
She's conditioned to it, you know. Like they use horns to call moose. One blast on this, Roxy appears.
Roxy?
That's I, Roxy Dozy.
Roxy Dozy, little lambsy divey.
Oh, you hate me.
Oh, no, baby. I just have a feeling we've never met somewhere before.
Oh, did I embarrass you, kissing you in public?
Oh, no. It wasn't a kiss. It Who's the whistle? Next time you do that, stand back a few feet, huh?
Yeah, the Roxy, you're keeping the PRESS waiting. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you can't spell. The press, waiting, okay?
Mr. Statler, I'm getting awfully cold. I'd like to go somewhere and get warm. You wouldn't want Miss Grand Prix to catch virus, would you?
No, you wouldn't want that.
No, I wouldn't want that. All right, we'll go change into something else and then hustle right back here.
Going my way?
Can't think of a better way to go. Oh, 1 minute. You always kiss strangers?
You know a better way to make friends?
I mean, you just follow your impulses.
Oh, I try to. But sometimes they're so fast, I can't keep up with them.
I got a buddy who thinks he's going to break the track record. Wow.
It's awfully good, isn't it?
Can't be more than a second or two off the Corvette record.
Jeff.
Bee, why don't you give up? You'll never get Court out of the cockpit.
Jeff, find out who's driving the Corvette. Please.
Roxy?
You're sure something.
That's right.
When I kissed you in public at the track, you acted nervous. And there weren't half as many people there as here. And now you don't seem to mind at all.
Well, I tell you, baby, it's like this. Here, it's okay. People will think I'm saving you.
Saving me?
From drowning. Artificial respiration. New method. Gets your lungs working. Come here, I'll show you how it works.
With you, fella.
No, they aren't with me. See, that's just my first drink, and I usually don't start seeing the little people until around drink number 3.
Very funny. But he is traveling with you. The desk says so.
You mean Buzz?
He took Roxy.
Gee, maybe we ought to give him something for it.
Roxy is a girl. Miss Grand Prix. I told him in Hollywood, I said, give me a dependable kid, a kid who needs the job. $250 for the week. You call that salami? All she's got to do is pose for the press and officiate.
Roxy doesn't need the job.
Roxy Dozy? Any joint in Vegas will pay her a couple of $100 an hour just to stand at the tables. You know, guys look at her, they get restless. Shoot everything they got just to impress her. Are you sure you don't know where they are?
Look, the last time I saw Buzz, he was at the track, and he said something about trying to scout up some action.
Custer should have had him for a scout. Listen, you see him, tell him. Fun's fun, but we have a big annual racing event here. And I mean, how is it going to look? Miss Grand Prix has disappeared. Who's going to cut the tape and kiss the winner? Don't say it.
You know, if you can't find Roxy Dozy, maybe you'd like to cut the tape and kiss the winner.
Excuse us. When I decided to come over here today, I wasn't quite sure how this would work out. But now I think I know. There are some people to whom each of us is destined to be grateful. Before I mislead you completely and your thoughts take off on the wrong course, I'm Mrs. Webster. B.
I was halfway down the track going into the first turn.
It was showing. I watched you drive today. You were very good. May I tell you how you felt? Something kept trying to get your foot off the gas, but you wouldn't let it. Not till the last possible moment. When you gain that extra second, and when you do it just right. It's a feeling like none other on earth, isn't it?
Well, how do you know that?
Every now and then Cord mentions it.
Cord? Oh, you're Cord Webster's wife.
Have you ever driven a Stengolini?
Only in my dreams. And then I grew up and stopped dreaming.
We have one like none other. Cord and Katie rebuilt the engine.
Katie?
Cord's daughter. Are you busy for the next hour or so?
Other than finishing my drink and trying to find a lost buddy, I'm not what you'd call heavily committed.
Well, your buddy can wait. I'd very much like for you to go back to the track with me.
What for?
Well, didn't you say you'd always wanted to drive a Stengolini? I can make your dream come true. And you can keep one of mine from coming true.
Todd. You can't turn this track in 219 and expect your name to stay in the glove compartment. Some little beast, huh? 250 horses pulling less than 1,000 pounds a car. You can spin the wheels in any gear.
What's the red line?
8,000. Keep it down to 7,500 a day.
Haven't quite convinced him yet, Jeff.
Look, Miss Webster, I'd love to take it around a couple of times, but the rest of what you said about me driving in a Grand Prix for Cord Webster, it's pretty ridiculous. Your husband is one of the great drivers.
Yes, he's a great driver. He's got the cups and the scrapbooks to prove it. But he's also 53 years old. Now, Jeff can tell you how he's been driving this season.
He still has great instinct, but his reflexes are starved out. Like a fuel injector that's not set just right.
If you're worried about the money, Mr. Stiles, forget the stock car race. That's only $1,500. This'll get you $10,000.
That isn't the money. I just don't know if I'm good enough.
No, we don't either. All we're asking is, let's find out.
Let's push it out on the grid.
158 flat. The track record's 154, and this is the kid's first time out.
Well, Jeff?
How was it, Todd?
Fine. Very smooth.
You all right?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, never felt like this before.
Nobody's ever driven this car that fast before. Nobody.
Wow.
Get out of there.
Katie.
Get out of our car.
Katie. What's going on around here, Jeff?
This is Todd Stiles, Cord. First time out, he clocked 158.
I asked him, Cord.
You asked him. After all the work Cord and I poured into this car, you asked him. Well, he might have wrecked it.
He might have, yes. And himself with it.
Well, you must have had a very good reason, Bee.
Well, you know what it is, Cord.
Mr. Stiles, we don't need you. We don't want you.
Katie.
Katie, Katie, Katie.
Her mother was English. I'm a little bit of everything. I never could figure out where she gets her Latin temperament.
Daddy? You're not going to make a deal with him.
I'm just going to talk to Mr. Stiles, honey. There's no harm in that.
When you finish talking, Cord, we'll check the timing. It sounds a little late.
Pushed her around at 58, huh?
Let's say it pushed me. It's like riding a light beam through space. Makes you wish for a road 10,000 miles long, all turns and no ending.
Some see it that way. Not many, but some. Others see it as a trap, as an asphalt coffin.
I still don't get it. Why you?
I just told you she had this dream and she's afraid that her husband...
Yeah. Well, driving a Formula One is one thing. Corvette, well, that's something else. If he doesn't stop doing it, I'm going to have to go down and take the pee out of his whistle.
Look, he's only trying to do his job. Why don't you give her back to him?
You sound like I dropped a net on her or something.
You and Rasputin. Hey, where you got her stashed?
Library?
In the public library?
You see, you're just like all the rest of the guys. You take one look at a girl like Roxy and you say she can have brains too. Well, I happen to know she wants to be an entomologist.
Insects.
Yeah. And she figures she's already earned her master's degree because she's met half the insects in Hollywood and Las Vegas.
Well, let me ask you something. What does that make you?
Well, she calls me her Eastern Horn Beetle.
No, now that's a pet name if I ever heard a pet name.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, Beetle.
Don't bug me.
Do me a favor, will you? I mean, when you come in tonight, don't turn the lights on because the qualifying runs are first thing in the morning and I gotta get my rest.
You can't be serious about this. I mean, you gotta be kidding. Get out of it.
You know, it's quite an honor.
Yeah?
Well, I can't. I promised Mrs. Webster I'd drive, and Cord finally agreed.
And you sure it can't be, what's her name,
Katie. Shows, huh?
It shows.
You want to laugh? The first time I saw her, she took a swing at me. Did you ever see a girl just once and right away you know that's the right girl?
Why aren't you out with her? Good night, chump.
Hello.
Katie. Tod?
Well, shall I change back into coveralls?
That's fine. Just like that.
I'm sorry I tried to slap you this afternoon. I'll wait in the lobby. Now get dressed. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It sure is.
How much do you know about girls?
Well, enough to know you never tell the girl you're with anything about the girls you've been with before, because you never know. She might be the last one, and you might want her to think she's the first.
Very romantic. And very dishonest.
Well, that's the best policy with women.
Not with me. Tod, what if I told you I asked you out here because I liked you? Because I wanted to be alone with you? Would you kiss me?
I'd declare a national holiday.
That really isn't why I asked you.
Yeah, I know, Katie. You have an open face. It's very easy to read.
Honesty, even if it hurts.
Okay. Start hurting.
Tod, don't drive the Webster special. Tell Daddy you can't take his place. That you won't take his place.
What about his reflexes, Beast?
Oh, she's a liar. Fangio won his 5th world championship when he was 45. And look at Nuvolari's record. Tod, my father's whole life is devoted to racing. Now, what right has B to cut him off in his prime and fill his head with stupid ideas and fears? He was wonderful until she married him. Now she's destroying him. And you have to come along and help her.
Katie, I thought I was helping him. I don't want to drive your father's race.
Then don't. Help me, not her. Help me keep my father. Please.
All right, Katie.
You at the library. Tired eyes. Besides, I thought maybe you'd need some help. You know, like they do in the movies when the driver's racing and the oil is all over the goggles and he keeps pushing it, or he comes into a pit for a tire change. I'll have the tire, okay? Listen, I'm glad you came off that Grand Prix kick.
Attention in the pits. Attention in the pits. Qualifying for all main event cars will begin in 5 minutes. Repeat. 5 minutes.
You'll get over it.
Tod, what's going on? I've looked all over Riverside for you this morning. Then I find out you've qualified for the production event.
I'm sorry, Miss Webster. I changed my mind.
Why?
Look, I don't want to be in the middle. Katie means something special to me.
Oh, Katie. Did she tell you that I tried to reshape him? Burn his coveralls and dress him in formal clothes? Have him follow me around like an obedient husband? Well, it's not true. I've never asked him to give up the life he loves. I've encouraged him to go on with his engineering and designing, but why does he have to race? Tod, I don't want to see him carried off the track. I don't want to lose him.
Katie says the same thing.
Tod, if he races tomorrow, he's going to be killed. I know it. Now I can feel it.
Car number 9, the Webster Special. through the traps on the back straight at 154 6/10 miles per hour.
Todd, please. Please. If you don't believe me, watch him now. Watch him try to qualify.
Final lap of qualifying. He just clicked the traps at 167 miles per hour, and that's really moving.
159.4.
Pretty good, isn't it?
He just went into a spin out. Better watch that, Webster.
Now do you believe me?
What happened? Guess I pushed it too hard. Have to watch that.
Good luck tomorrow, Mr. Webster.
Thank you.
Would you folks like your coffee now or later?
Later, please.
Now or later. That about sums it up, doesn't it, B?
I guess it does.
Can you follow this, Jeff? Afraid so, Cord.
You haven't answered my question, Daddy. Or hers. We want the answer now, not later.
What question?
Are you racing tomorrow?
B, I want to drive. It's important to me. But I won't go against your wish. You decide.
You know how she feels.
That's why I won't race. Not unless she's in my corner.
I'll be there, and Jeff.
Honey, we can't go on like this. Living in separate corners. Now, you finally forced this out in the open. Once and for all, we're going to settle it. B, it's up to you.
What has she ever done for you? What does she know about us, the things we've shared, the times? Well, what right has she to say yes or no about anything this important? You say I forced it. I haven't, but I will now. You make your choice, Daddy. You take the race, and your family, and the victory I know you'll have. Or you take her, with her nightmares and her fear of life. You're still young, Daddy. As young as I am, really. I'm not as old as she wants you to be. Don't listen to her, Daddy. Don't listen to her.
She hasn't said anything yet, Katie.
There can't be any choice. Not between Katie and me. I love you too, Katie, not just your father. I won't force either of you into this kind of decision. I'm sorry, Cord.
Let her go.
No, honey. I'm going to let you go. I should have a long time ago. It's the greatest gift I'll ever give you. Jeff, go find that Stiles boy. Tell him to get a good night's sleep. He's gonna need it tomorrow.
Public here. Mr. Statler may find us.
I haven't heard the whistle all day.
Maybe he swallowed it.
Maybe you ought to turn yourself in, huh? I mean, somebody's got to kiss the winner tomorrow. That's a big responsibility, baby.
Doesn't he remind you of an eastern horned beetle?
Frequently.
But I'm mad about him. He stimulates my mind. Most men don't think I have one. But Buzz, he gets me thinking about all kinds of things.
Yeah, that's Buzz, all right.
Tod.
Hi.
Does a girl have to buy her own drink?
You name it, I'll get you your own distillery.
Let's see. How about pulque?
One pulque coming up.
They don't have it here. We'd have to go to Mexico. Well, it's only 100 miles or so.
What would you like to drive down?
This is the night for it.
Buzz.
I heard. Have fun.
Just a second. What's bugging you?
Who's bugged?
Okay, I'll see you later.
Aging, Mr. Tod Stiles, please. Aging, Mr. Tod Stiles, please. Mr. Tod Stiles. Aging, Mr. Tod Stiles, please.
You'd be paging me.
Where are you parked?
Out front. I'll get the message. I'll only be a minute.
Oh, let's go now. Let's not let anything stop us.
Tod Stiles.
Nobody's gonna stop us now.
Let's get out of here now, please. This way.
Mr. Tod Stiles, please. Mr. Tod Stiles, please. Aging, Mr. Tod Stiles.
Pulque or tequila, just you. All to myself. Do you mind?
I don't mind a bit.
Tod. Have you ever been married? Do you believe in love at first sight?
Believe in it. I'm a victim of it.
I know, me too. Maybe we should go to Mexico after all. It's only a little way.
You sure you know what you're doing?
I'm proposing. That is, if you don't mind getting married in Spanish.
I'll get Buzz. He'll be best man.
Todd, just us. No outsiders. I'm sick of outsiders. Let it be just us.
Katie, Buzz isn't exactly an outsider. He's my buddy. I can't just call him in the morning and say, hi there, old pal. This is your buddy Tod. Say hello to the missus.
What do you think elopements are for?
That depends. Depends on how sick the people are who want to elope. And I'm looking at two real sick ones. Oh, Tod, you're great on theory, but not so big on practice. Let's look around the country, you said. Let's find someplace where we can plant roots. Let's maybe save some money and try to start a business, but let's not rush into anything. Let's make sure, let's really look. So what do? The first kid that comes along and offers you a beer south of the border and you're looking for a preacher.
Now, wait a minute. Just take it easy.
I haven't even scratched the surface. And you couldn't care less what happened to Todd. What were you planning to do? Go into the ladies' powder room while he's looking for a ring in Tijuana and climb out the back window?
All right, Buzz, knock it off.
She wants you out of town, don't you understand? Long gone from the Grand Prix because it would just break her heart if you took Daddy's place in the race. Go on, ask her. Look, you want to kid me? Okay, but don't kid yourself. Find out if she wants to do this tomorrow night after the race. Find out if she'll even talk to you.
Now, you've really flipped your lid. What's our going to Mexico tonight got to do with the race tomorrow?
Oh, nothing much, except if you're down there, you can't drive the Webster Special, right?
Well, I'm not driving for him. You heard him today.
You got any comment on that, Katie?
I'll wait in the car.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
We're going south. We'll kick this around tomorrow.
Now, just wait a minute. Ask Jeff. While she was ushering you out the side door, I was answering your page. Go on, ask him.
Todd, Cord will be grateful if you drive the Webster Special tomorrow. Katie.
All cars to the starting grid for the main event. All cars to the starting grid now.
Good luck. No advice, Todd, except this. Don't stop being afraid. Not for a second. Without fear, there are no heroes, only fools.
Well, in that case, Mr. Webster, we're in for sure.
Clear the starting grid. Clear the grid, please. Mel Flores begins his run through the cars, getting the thumbs up from 33 of the fastest drivers and finest cars in the world. Your attention. We're told that Cord is not driving the Webster Special today. It's young Todd Stiles at the wheel, a newcomer to Racing Circle. Now here comes Mel back to his run. And in just a moment, the United States Grand Prix of Riverside will be underway.
Webster?
Yes?
That nightmare you had about the crash, was it your husband you saw or any driver?
I've been asking myself the same question all week.
Leading at 150 miles, England's Searle Beaton in the Lotus. Second, Amadeo Coronado. Third, Franz Ewing, both in factory Maseratis. And going into fourth position now is the Webster Special as it out-accelerates Gil Phillips Stangolini on the back straight. Attention! Number 9 is definitely closing ground on the Ewing Maserati.
Father's been asking for you all morning. Now look, Katie. Now and then, maybe once or twice in a lifetime, a person has to go for a make-or-break decision. You try and make the right decision. Stop fighting. How's that thing go? The race is not always to the swift, to the battle of the strong. Sometimes the real winner's the one comes in last.
I almost wore a hole through my shoe figuring that out for myself last night. I didn't want to let him go, Jeff. I was selfish, wasn't I? And destructive. Do you think they'll ever forgive me?
You go try, honey. Go on, just try.
Cord.
Katie. No coveralls this morning?
This is the suit you got me for Wellesley, remember? One I never wore. I may need some others. The styles have changed a little. So have the people.
For the better, honey.
There goes Searle Beaton out of the race on the 54th lap. Amadeo Coronado now leads. Todd Stiles second. Gil Phillips third. Amadeo Coronado, champion of Spain in car number 32, is coming around for the checkered flag now. Yes, this is unofficial, but on the basis of laps completed, the Webster Special driven by Todd Stiles should be third.
Well, that's something, huh? How can he be third?
Well, the race ends when the lead car crosses the line. If you've completed more laps than the cars behind you, you place ahead of them.
Congratulations. Hey. Hey. Sorry, I didn't have a whistle.
Souvenir.
I guess I was public dunce number one, huh?
That's what separates the men from the boys. You keep your souvenirs, I'll keep mine.
This has been a Screen Gems film presentation from Columbia Pictures. Herbert B. Leonard, executive producer.